Yo, what's going on, guys? Snoozman back here with on the YouTube video, and today we're actually talking about the best hitting tips and settings to use here in MLB The Show 23. Now, I did do one of these videos for last year, but I didn't dive into depth for it for you guys, and I kind of wanted to just kind of break some things down for you guys briefly. And just kind of hit on the important parts and notes of it, because I know a lot of you guys that want to take your hitting to the next game, want to hit more home runs, want to consistently drive the ball every single game instead of obviously struggling or just kind of staying where you're at. So hopefully this video did help you guys out. And before I get started with today's video, again, thank you guys so much. We did just hit 5,000 subscribers. I cannot believe we did just hit that milestone. It's halfway to my big dream, which is 10K. I'm only thinking big here, guys. So 10K is my next goal, but just 5K. Unbelievable. Again, thank you guys so much for that. But guys, let's get started with today's video. But guys, all we will really have to do here to really just kind of warm up your hitting is just kind of take into custom practice. The number one tip I would probably recommend after custom practice is actually going to games, whether it's online exhibition or going to offline exhibition, going into franchise, playing games there, going to Diamond Dynasty, playing games there, just getting in real practice against real people or just the computer, but actually feeling the real game stuff. I think that's going to really help you guys out. But again, custom practice, choose whatever team you guys like. It doesn't matter. And I will dive into the settings and then kind of comfortability. Comfortability comes from what you guys find through your settings. I found out through, I've been using for a couple years now with my settings that I'm comfortable with, and I chose to go with. And now I've been using these settings for a good couple years now, and I've really gotten pretty good at this game just because of I've been the most comfortable I've ever been, and just kind of getting better and better and better with that comfortability. And again, guys, it's all up to you what you guys choose in your settings. I will give you my settings. You guys don't have to run with it, but again, it gives you an idea. So when I go over to options and I go over to gameplay, again, when you go into custom practice or just any kind of game mode, if you can choose it, I would go at least all-star. That's really the most, I think that's the best difficulty to really just kind of start with. You're going to have small PCIs, medium PCIs, pretty decent PCIs. And some of you that are brand new to this game, you're going to know what PCIs are in a second. But again, simulation is the most authentic game style. You want to go with that. Hitting interface, again, you have to go with zone. If you guys are stuck in directional hitting, I would ditch that. Go to zone hitting, because directional hitting, you cannot optimize where you can actually hit the baseball at. Zone hitting is where we can actually kind of control most of our pitches and where we can actually take them when we're hitting. So we have more optimization, more control, more balance to our at-bats instead of just directional, where you're just flicking an arrow up or to the sides, down, and that's never guaranteed where that ball's actually going to go, and it's less skill based, and it's really luck. Zone, it's mostly skill based. Again, you can hit perfects, and they won't do. They can be a line out, they can be a ground out. Again, but it's more consistently skill based, and it rewards you for that. So zone hitting, again, you want to take your things to the next level. Zone 100%. You'll hear every pro say that as well. Now, some of the things that I like to do: PCI center, altitude. Now these they're like lines. They basically are horizontal. They're like 3-4 lines horizontal. You'll see them in a second. And I love this one. The color cyan. It really helps me out because it's like a teal green kind of color. It's nice. For me, it sticks out. Again, I've always really liked this color. Transparency's at 70%. It just kind of, whatever you guys feel like there. Again, I have it at 70%. You're going to see what all that looks like in a second. This is the biggest thing right here, hitting view. Number one biggest thing. I like it really where it's really close, because that way I can actually see the ball coming in. It's a lot bigger. If you guys zoom out and you have basically pitcher's view and things like that, it's way far out, it's way zoomed out, and you're not going to be able to, it's hard to get your PCI out to a ball that looks like a pebble. So you want something that comes in close where you can actually get to it. That's just my recommendation. So guys, that's basically the basics of my settings. I'm going to change this to batting, obviously, and then we got Nico Horner right here. Not a big power guy, but I'll try to kind of break down the hitting tips aspect after I just broke down the settings. So we'll apply the changes, and right here, guys, you can kind of see there's 3 horizontal lines, and then I'm moving it up and down, and that wasn't too good. I moved it a little. I swung early, and this is my first time hopping on for today. Again, it's a comfortability thing. You got to really, and I was early there also. I didn't get my PCI all the way up to it. Again, once you guys, it's really a rhythmatic and comfortability thing. Those are the two main words I'm going to keep using. And when to take a pitch. That's a bad pitch. I've seen it off rip where it was breaking way left, and obviously it was at his feet. I'm going to move this up and down. I swung at a bad pitch there. I'm trying to get my PCI. Again, this is a rhythm thing. I just hopped on. It's going to take me a little bit. I'm moving it up and down. I'm waiting for my pitch, and that's probably a ground out too. This takes a little while. I mean, you can go in custom practice every day before you go actually online or anything to really warm up. My PCI, I kind of got up to it, but again, I was early. So I know my timing right now was kind of early on things. I want to be able to get my timing down. I know my PCI is pretty good right now. I've seen that right away. That was a bad pitch, right? You want to take the real bad pitches. You guys are going to be probably swinging a lot of bad pitches if you guys are brand new to zone. That was good. And that was actually in my PCI. I didn't get the middle of my PCI obviously on it, but I was all over that. But again, very early. I'm pretty dang early. I'll do a few more of these. That way you can just kind of see what I'm doing here. That was pretty much in my PCI. That would have been a regular fly out. That was good swing timing. But as long as you guys can consistently get your timing down and get your PCI at least around and up to it, you guys are going to be up to it. That was a good cutter. A lot of you guys are probably going to swing at that when you're going to try and reach with your PCI out here. Look, it has no chance of getting that ball. Again, move it up and down. Get the comfortability going. That was actually a good sinker too. But pick some good pitchers to go in custom practice for. I'm telling you guys, it's a lot of great practice, and just develop your rhythm. I'm going to say it. First two words right here. Rhythm, comfortability. Practice it, and I'm telling you guys, especially in game, you guys are going to get used to this, and that way you can take bad pitches, swing at the pitches, be able to actually get to the pitches that you can within this box, move your PCI around, whatever is comfortable for you guys. And that was a hanger. And again, I'm very, very jumpy because I'm in obviously a video, but there we go. I got up to that one just late, but that probably would have been a double, guys. So you guys get it. I'm a little rusty because again, this is my first time hopping on for today. So you guys are going to be, well, like, hey, you don't even know what you're talking about. You're not hitting it. Well, I play a lot of Diamond Dynasty, and I average like 10 runs a game. So I do play a lot, and I get a lot of perfects and things like that. It's harder because Nico Horner's obviously not a very powerful guy either. So, and his PCI isn't that big. That's a decent PCI, though. I usually can still rake with those PCIs. That's the PCI, those three lines that I was talking about, and moving that stuff around. You guys get the gist for the most part, or most of you do. And again, just move it around, build rhythm and comfortability, practice it. And in time, I'm telling you guys, you can really sit there with those settings that I at least use. You guys can really get a lot better. So hopefully, this video did help you guys out in any way. And again, if it did, make sure you guys are leaving a like, hitting that sub button down below. And then, just keep trying to achieve higher heights with my subs. Again, thank you guys so much for all of the support. But guys, until the next tip video, again, just leave a future suggestion down below. I will see you guys in the next one.